Good afternoon, everyone. My name's Tom Paminter, and I run Hive 25, which is a freelancer management platform. Um, Today, the growth of freelancers working in multiple industries is accelerating, has been for the last few years. There's a number of reasons behind that, um, but I think it's important to note that a freelancer is somebody who's self-employed, is working for multiple companies on multiple projects. A lot of the reasons behind it is down to the economy, technology, people working remotely, companies wanting to be more agile in terms of hiring people for specific projects or trying to tap into specific knowledge without having to hire lots of permanent staff. So I've been running a freelancing agency for the best part of 20 years, supplying people to different broadcasters across the UK. And I was faced with a pretty nightmarish reality of handling lots of freelancers, working in lots of different locations, for multiple companies, wanting the same people a lot of the time, and doing that via spreadsheets. We were essentially left with the grim reality of having to hire lots more administration people and drinking lots of caffeine to kind of get through it, or building an online platform that brought everyone together that could make it easier for everyone involved. So Hive is, think of it as a private company centric freelancer marketplace for a company to put all of their people into, and they can easily track who's available and who's most suitable to a booking. So think of it as mission control for your freelancers. A company can configure their jobs, their rates, their locations, who does what, who's best suited, who's preferred, and share that data across the business so that there's a centralized platform for anyone within the business to go in and see who's suitable for a job and be able to issue a booking to them. Now, taking a step back, the freelancer market opportunity, it's undeniably big. Freelancer management platforms are growing at a decent rate. The area that we want to focus on is the area that we've had some traction in, which is media and entertainment. We think that that is a sensible starting place because by its nature, it's very freelancer focused. You don't 54% of people working in that industry are freelance. You don't hire somebody permanently to work at Wimbledon. You book them for 2 weeks. Um, and with a lot of investment that's going on in the UK, there is 20,000, they think there's 20,000 crew needed in the next couple of years to keep up with the productions that are scheduled to be shooting in the UK. Um, and so we're keen to sort of exploit that. In terms of traction that we've had, so we've deployed the software to a company called Red Bee. They provide they make the kind of the unsexy side of TV happen for most of the public service broadcasters. So high volumes of freelancers needed, people needed tonight, tomorrow, next week. And we deployed it within 3 days, onboarded all of their freelancers, and they've had significant savings because internally they could shrink their allocations team down from being 6 people to one person using the software. We've got some proof of concepts running with a documentary part UK, and we also have a proof of concept that we're just starting. They start to in-house a lot of their production work. In terms of our revenue model, it's simple. It's a basic license to effectively manage and have a scheduling tool issuing invites to and a booking engine for your freelancers. And then there is a percentage based payment provider within the system, which is a percentage of the invoice value. So we essentially there we're kind of competing with a payroll provider, but the added bonus of having the platform. And then we offer an enhanced kind of enterprise level for a managed service where our team will be responsible for onboarding people, handling compliance, handling IR35, handling things like employer of record for businesses that are wanting to use freelancers based across the globe. Now, there's competition, of course. The bulk of competition that we see is you either have marketplaces, which are trying to sell you people, so you can't really deploy their technology across your business wholesale to handle freelancers. They want you to buy their people. Or a lot of platforms try and do I would say the easy bit. It's not easy, but the onboarding and the start bit, which is onboarding people and then paying them. The bit in between, the booking engine part, is not there for the majority of the tools that are out there, and that doesn't really suit event-based, you know, the world of production where you want a nice clean view of everyone in one place at one time. Onboarding and payment is valuable, but it's not as valuable as having a proper booking engine. So initially, we're targeting media and entertainment. So we're looking at companies that have a decent footprint of freelancers, and then recruitment businesses, which in year two, which we would like to start targeting by enabling them to do more with less and to reap some of the benefits that we've experienced of deploying this across their customers. It's a sticky product as well, so it increases their value to their customers. In terms of our route to market overall strategy, being a technology product, integration is key. So in the world of media and entertainment, we have some partnerships with some bigger platforms that if we can integrate to and surface freelancer information, it will become an even stickier product. Um, and then obviously we would want integrations when we're starting to look at recruitment technology. So things like small business tools, Zero, Stripe, and recruitment CRMs that would use it as a marketplace add-on. In terms of the other channels, it's your pretty typical bread and butter things, and we'd look to sponsor specific events. In terms of the sales cycle, it's an enterprise sales cycle. It takes a while. It needs multiple stakeholders within a business. So our customer acquisition cost is quite high. But as I mentioned, it's a sticky product. We haven't had customers stop using it. So it's worth hanging in there for the sale. And we're working on making that shorter by using a specific sort of way of using sales advisors. And I'll get onto that in the next slide. So in terms of kind of the key people outside of myself, so we have Sam, who is responsible for the technology. He's worked building products for media and also logistics. Sneha runs our operations team, so she's well versed with onboarding lots of freelancers, dealing with a variety of kind of onboarding scenarios. And in terms of our sales tactics, we've started to be using in the last sort of couple of years sales advisors, so people who have worked within the industry that can open up doors further up the food chain rather than spray and pray emails and things like that. And that's been effective. That's got us to decision makers far quicker because it is an enterprise sale. You need multiple stakeholders to buy into it. In terms of what we're looking for, we're looking to raise 500,000. We have 50,000 of that secured. Essentially, we're looking to develop the platform further and quicker. So that is more integrations. We want to build an AI interface into the platform so it's quicker for companies to engage with their freelancers and more intuitive. And we want to ignite more of a sales campaign and start to look at sales advisors across the USA. In terms of projected returns, we're expecting to get to sort of 50,000 freelancers using our platform within 5 years. And loosely, that would equate to potentially 500 clients. Or to put it into kind of perspective, it would be deploying to the kind of the full fat customers that are taking the managed service option from us, which would equate to sort of 35 red bees, if you like. So we think that's really quite attainable. Sorry, it just froze. Here we go. So my parting shot to everyone is, I think it's a really good time to invest in this type of product. It's a technology that is being used, more and more, and we see that the world of sort of freelance is just going to grow and grow over the next few years. So I think it's a really good time to invest in a product like this.